Hey guys, welcome to the Dan the DM YouTube channel. I'm Dan, and today we're talking about the One D&D Unearthed Arcana feats. Stick around. Alright, I promised it in the previous video, and today I'm going to start talking about feats. This might end up being 2 videos, because I'm trying to keep these shorter. But you know what? Let's hit it. I'm not going to cover every single one of them. If there weren't a lot of changes that I thought merit talking about, I may not cover those, but you know what? Go out and check them out for yourself. And if there's any I missed that you want me to go over, mention it down in the comments. So before I get into the individual feats, I want to mention a couple of changes that they've made. First, in the current player's handbook, at the different levels that you can either take an ability score increase or a feat, they've changed that now. Everything is a feat. Ability score increase is an actual feat now. That ability score increase allows you to take a +2 to any of your abilities, or you can take a +1 and a +1 to 2 different ability scores. I like this. Main reason I like this is what they've also done is take in all the different feats, and allow the first thing you can do with a feat is add a +1 to an ability score of your choice. There used to be certain feats that allowed this, but to make it less of a burden to take a feat, they've made that now where you can actually get a +1 plus your feat. Now, in my opinion, they've maybe lowered the effectiveness of some of the feats, but because you're always going to get that added benefit, I think it's a good give and take. Don't forget, the Unearthed Arcana, these are just proposed rules. I say it every video, read through these, play test them with your group, and go give feedback when they open up. That's how we're going to make the most impact with these. Believe it or not, the first feat I want to talk about is durable. So in my experience, durable is probably one of the least used feats in the player's handbook. So already in the player's handbook, you get when you take the durable feat, you get a +1 to your constitution. That doesn't change. Then you have what's called Defy Death. You have advantage on death saving throws. That's awesome. Then you also have what's called Speedy Recovery. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 of your hit dice, roll the die, and regain the number of hit points equal to that roll. So, when you're in the middle of a fight, you take damage, you can use your bonus action to roll a hit die and take it and get those hit points back. That changes the game on durable. Durable is now a feat worth taking. Next one I'm going to cover is one that I've never used either, but now with some of the changes they're proposing, it's worth playtesting, and if they make the change, might be something that I use in the future. It's Grappler. So currently in the player's handbook of Grappler, you don't get any increase to an ability score. On the proposed rules, you'll get a +1 to either your dexterity or strength. Depending on what character class you're playing, you can get a beneficial increase through that. Just like in the player's handbook, you'll still get advantage on a creature that you have grappled. A change has been a feature called Fast Wrestler. What this means is basically if you are grappled by a creature, you can move at your normal speed, pulling along that creature that has grappled you. That's pretty awesome. The only caveat to that is the creature does have to be the same size or smaller than you. One other feature to it, which to me this is a pretty cool feature because it shows the wrestling aspect to it, is when you hit a creature with an unarmed attack, you can make your attack and then you can also attempt to grapple that creature in that same action. You can, if you're playing a monk, you can run up, hit them with your unarmed attack, and then if you have this feat, then you can also try to grab them and grapple them. If you grapple them, then on your next turn, you have advantage against that creature. If you want to play a barbarian that's a tavern brawler, and that you're just wanting to pummel people, you can go up there, pummel them, grab them, and then have that advantage again in the future. Pretty cool changes there. So the next one I'm going to cover, I think this one and a couple of others I'm going to mention later might have a little bit of controversy around. First one, a lot of people might know what I'm going to bring up next. Great Weapon Master. So I'm guilty. I love Great Weapon Master. Having advantage in conjunction with Great Weapon Master, you have advantage, you take that -5 under the current rules, and then you get a +10. That's really cool. Under the proposed rules, they're changing that. And it's a give and take, right? So first thing that they are keeping is, and what they are now calling cleave, is that if you attack a creature and you have a critical hit, or you reduce that creature down to 0, you get an additional attack. That's still staying with you. That's called the cleave feature. Where in the current rules, you can take a -5 to your to hit, and if you still hit, you can add 10 to that. They've changed that to where, as part of your attack action, if you hit, you can add additional damage equal to your proficiency modifier. So the give and take there being, the gamble currently is I'm reducing my to hit by 5, so I may not hit. I'm sacrificing that, but the payoff is +10. Here, if you take this feat, once per round, you'll get that additional damage. I think currently a lot of people like that Great Weapon Master +10. I don't know if it'll stick. I'm really okay with it either way. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first video on feats. Come back in a couple of days. I'll have my next video on feats, and I'll cover the rest of the ones that I found were interesting. Let's just say, just like Great Weapon Master, you might want to stick around and hear about Sharpshooter and Spell Sniper. Till then, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.